Hi guys, Slapper1 here, and today we're gonna be doing a UU match with Absol. His Twitter will be in the description, and so will mine. You can go up to Twitter, follow me, and you can battle me or trade, whatever you want, anything really. I'll do any tier, just no Ubers. So anyway, in the UU match, we're gonna be having on my side, the Mega Pincer, the Shuckle MVP, my Arcanine, Avalog, Florgus, and the Absol, of course. He's Absol Knight. I wanted to try and sweep his team with an Absol to show him the power of his own mascot. Of course, he already knows that, because that's his mascot. So here he has the Florgus, two Pokemon common from the same, or two Pokemon common. The, what's it called? Go-Go. I don't really know what that does. Then the defensive Steelix with the special defensive Florgus, the Fairy Steel combo. That's good. Mushana, or I don't know how to pronounce that. And then he has the Floatzel. His last Pokemon, of course, the Absol, because that's his mascot Pokemon, and he brings his Absol. So we're starting off the match. Waiting for it. That there's his design. Okay, so he leads out with Absol, and I lead out with my Pinsir, knowing that he would lead out with Absol. Here I don't have Moxie Pinsir, but I have what's it called? Mode Breaker. He comes out here with his Tech, his Steelix, the defensive wall. Now, I knew that he would have switched out, but I knew that he would go out into his Steelix, so there was no point in getting the Sword Stance up when he can just absorb any hit, so might as well get a little baby damage before he tanks a hit and then kills me. So here I go for the switch out, knowing he would go for something like the Stealth Rocks. I switched out Florgus just to get that Wish Protect to my next Pokemon in case he didn't. So here's my Protect just to scout what he goes for, and the Gyro Ball. Now I do know that the Gyro Ball on my Avalog kills the standard Florgus, so I switch out to my own Avalog. This guy's my defensive wall. So here he goes again for the Gyro Ball, as predicted. I mean, there's nothing really else he should have gone for. Doesn't do very much since Avalog is as slow as can be. Had a little pause here because I didn't know what to say. So I go for the Rapid Spin, and I know this Steelix can have the Earthquake, or as in this case, the Stone Edge, but there's no way it's killing. Steelix doesn't have the greatest attack, and he seems to be using him as a wall, so probably invested in defense and HP. So here I go for a Curse just to tank any Stone Edges incoming, and just in case he gets a crit or something, I'll have more, since I know that crits ignore defenses, and Stone Edge has a high critical chance ratio, but if he doesn't crit, he'll do less damage, so when he does crit, it'll be I'll have more HP to live with, so I can recover. So here he switches out, knowing he really can't do anything. And I go for another Curse, thinking he would just go for a Stone Edge. Man, I'm just battling guys who don't miss moves. Look at that. He had a couple Stone Edges in a row. So here I switch out into my Florgus, knowing that there's really nothing he wants to do to me. And he goes for the Toxic. That's okay. I have the Aromatherapy, so I can easily get rid of that Toxic. So I go here for the Wish, just to scout out what he would do, and then Protect or Aromatherapy depending on what happens next turn. He goes for the Psyshock, which is based on your defense. It uses your special attack to attack on their defense, so it's a great psychic move. And here I switch him out, knowing that really I would die from the Toxic if I use the... Well, I would die, and it was a perfect opportunity to switch out to my Dark Absol, who is immune to psychic. So here I go for the Swords Dance. It's my Swords Dancing Focus Sash, and I didn't really know what this Go-Goat does. He Horn Leeched. It's a good move. And here I go for the Sucker Punch. I'm adamant and max invested in attack, but he survives the Sucker Punch. So my plan on hitting him hard with that Absol really didn't work. He gained just a little bit of HP back, but nothing too tremendous. So here I bring out the Arcanine. Now I was expecting him to switch out into the Floatzel with so he could take the fire move, but he ends up surviving since it's resisted, even though I have the Life Orb. Here he misses his attack, luckily, and I just go for an extreme speed, knowing he would stay in, and there's really no point unless he wanted to sack it off, but he saw that I went for the Wild Charge. I guess he didn't want to bring in the Steelix in case I did that fire move on him. So here he brings out the Floatzel, and I go for the Wild Charge, but he goes for the Waterfall, and he kills. Now, after this, I see that he is Life Orb, as he lost a little bit of HP. So I send out my Avalugg. Now, there's really nothing this Floatzel wants to do to me, since I can tank anything he has, and I just take that Waterfall very, very nicely. A good 20 to 30 HP at max. So there's that Life Orb, and I go for the Curse just for next turn to take a little bit of less HP from that Waterfall. Now here I would go for the Curse. He of course would switch out, knowing that. Here's where the Recover comes in. And he brings out his Musharna. Well, I want you guys to correct me down in the comments on how to pronounce it. I'm not really sure. I kind of like stopped playing 5th gen. So I'm thinking he would go for the special type move. I switch out my Pinsir because I could take the hit and then hit back hard, knowing again that he would go for the Steelix. I switched out into my X-Scissor. No, I used X-Scissor, I'm sorry. Switching out to X-Scissor. That's ridiculous. Just to get tiny little baby damage off. Now, there's nothing his Steelix wants to do to me. He just sets up the Stealth Rock. It's okay. I have the Rapid Spin with 40 PP. I used it once, so I have 39. Here he goes for the switch out. Of course, there's nothing he wants to do to me. We've already done this. He switches out to his Florges, and I go for the Rapid Spin. He doesn't have any Ghost types in his team, so he couldn't switch it in to take the Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin, if you did not know, does not work if you didn't hit the opponent, unlike the Fog. So I've already done this. I know this. I've played lots of Showdown, Avalugg, UU. And I go for the Curse just to be 100% sure that this one will kill. I'm not sure if he's invested in defense, since Florges has such a special attack, or a special defense. But he does have that Steelix, so it's unlikely. But I did it just to take the chance. Now here he gets the special attack drop, doesn't really matter. And I go for the -1 Gyro Ball, which at being -1 speed, I should probably say speed, because -1 can mean attack. Being at -1 speed will guarantee that kill. Here he brings out Musharna. There's nothing I can do to it. I keep thinking that it's going to go for the special attack move. And right here, he goes for the Toxic. Switch in my Florges just to take that special attack move, but I guess it worked in my favor. So here he uses, or I go first, and I use the Wish, thinking I can live whatever comes my way. But he goes for that Psyshock, and I still haven't. Well, I thought I could live this, and I do, but toxic damage is gonna kill me. So no, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Aromatherapy. Yeah. So here I made a dumb play. I remember, this is what got me killed. I made a dumb play, thinking he would go for something else, predicting my pincer to come in. He goes for the Side Shock, and right there is when I realized Side Shock was his only attacking move. So knowing that, I bring in my Shuckle, and he switches out his Steelix, cause predicting the Toxic, I guess, I don't know, maybe, I mean, most people don't know what Shuckle does, but I go for that Shell Smash. So he brings out his Absol, and Absol can't do anything to me, but I switch out anyway. Trying to get... I don't want it to stall too long. Of course, that's what Shuckle does. But here he goes for the Mega. I thought that his Absol would be Focus Sash Absol, since that's where what I've seen more, and it Focus Sash, Swords Dancing, Sucker Punching. But it's not. It's Mega Absol. Really don't see too many of those. So here I go for the Curse, and I'm just trying to let him take as much Rocky Helmet damage. And I do know that Night Slash has a high critical chance. So here I went for another Curse, just hoping he wouldn't get the crit, but he goes for the Sword Stance. So here I'm at full HP, and that does a good. Let me see. I don't know how much that would do, fraction-wise, but it looks like a good 50 to 60 damage. Here he just goes for another Night Slash. If he gets a crit, I'm screwed, done for. But Rocky Helmet damage has taken a toll, and I just go for the Gyro Ball, knowing that from half HP it would kill. I had the Smogon damage calcs out, but I didn't need to really look at that. Just knowing Rocky Helmet would kill. So since this thing is slow, Gyro Ball's not going to do anything. Here I switch out my Shuckle, and really, this is just going to be a long stall. Long story short, I win. He loses, but it was like a 40-minute match. And after this is where I decided, you know what, I'm not going to use Shuckle in battles anymore, or in Wi-Fi battles. I'm only going to use it in Battle Spot, or when I really need to win. He is going to be the stall Pokemon, unkillable. Very few things can kill Shuckle, luck being one of them. And really, once I'm at this position, I know I win, but it's going to take forever. So I can just not use him in regular Wi-Fi battles. Only use him when I really want to or really need to win. So he goes for the Stealth Rocks, I go for the Curse. There's nothing his Steelix wants to do to me. Here he just goes for the Stone Edge. Does super effective, but it didn't do that much. He switches out. There's nothing. His team can both be killed by my Shuckle. Here I go for a Rapid Spin to get rid of those rocks. And I think we all know where this is going. My Shuckle will Infestation stall his Steelix. My Shuckle will Toxic stall his Mushana. We all know the outcome. So I win. But you know what? I realized no more Shuckle. Only when it's an important battle. So if I do pull out a Shuckle on you, feel proud. Slapper1 out.